Yo guys, Crazytendo here, and man, the Switch 2, that Nintendo Direct, it sure was something.
Is it frozen for you right now?
It's frozen for me.
Okay, just keep it frozen, I guess.
Is it frozen for you as well?
Yeah, it's frozen.
Yo.
It's Nintendo who froze it. Oh god, the audio's still playing though.
The Switch 2 was shown off in all its glory. We finally found out what the C button was. Most of our major concerns and questions we had were addressed. Most of them, not everything, but we'll get into more specifics later. Now, the reason I'm making this video today, I mean, you've probably seen the title, the thumbnail. To be honest, I'm kind of worried. Yes, the Switch 2 looks great, but not everything about it sits right with me. I want to talk about all these things today. Now, am I going to buy the Switch 2? Absolutely, I've already pre-ordered it. It's coming day one, baby. Well, let's jump into what we know about the Switch 2. Alright, so the console's releasing on June 5th. Well, that's in just about 2 months. That's kind of crazy. We're 2 months away from the launch of the system. That's less than the wait between the teaser trailer and the direct. Like, you gotta think about it like that. We're more than halfway through the Switch 2's teaser reveal and the Switch 2's release date, so that's kind of cool to think about. Now, I mean, we know some great things about the console already, which we've known since last time: the magnetic Joy-Cons, the bigger screen, the bigger SL, SR buttons. Then there were mouse controls, which were teased in the teaser trailer in January, but now we actually got to see them in action a few times in different trailers, which was pretty cool. All the games look great. I mean, of course, back then, Mario Kart, it was the first new Mario Kart footage in ages, and well, I got a video all about Mario Kart coming out, so be sure to like and subscribe if you want to get notified for that. We're going to be talking about everything, breaking down the whole trailer and things you might have missed. Oh yeah, and also 1080p 120 hertz? Like, 120 is mad. I don't think you guys understand. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I mean, they got the Switch 2 editions, and with those, the games are gonna look so good here. I mean, we already got like a little preview. I'll have that up on screen right now, but you guys can see the games look so much better on the Switch 2, and I just can't wait to see what other games that were developed for this system are gonna look like big games that are graphically meant to show off the Switch 2's capabilities. Like, I mean, even Metroid Prime 4 looks really good. And then, of course, 4K, finally. We got 4K docked. Like, that's huge. That's big. Nintendo cooked right here. And 8 times as much storage. We're given 256 gigabytes. It's 8 times more than the base Nintendo Switch, which came with just 32. That's kind of, well, that's nothing. So I'm not gonna need an SD card for the Switch 2 for a while, which is good to hear at least. And it's also neat, I mean, they showed off in the direct that there's going to be an easy way to transfer your save data and everything over to the Switch 2, which that's great. That's great that they're going to make it. They're streamlining the process, which I'm glad to hear. But now we've been talking about all the great stuff about the Switch 2, so why exactly am I making this video? Quite simply, in the direct, I wasn't really getting that hook. I wasn't really sure what the hook was for like a casual Nintendo fan to buy a Switch 2. And again, I've already pre-ordered this. I'm getting it day one, so it's like, I'm not questioning whether I'm gonna buy it or not. I've already paid for it. But for example, I mean, yes, the Switch, it's launching with Mario Kart. I mean, that's crazy. The first new Mario Kart in over a decade. But I mean, everything else for the first few months of the Switch 2, it's kind of all spread out, first party wise at least. So we got Mario Kart in June. We got Donkey Kong in July. And then, I mean, we also got the Mario Party Jamboree, the Switch 2 edition upgrade pack thing in July. And then I believe Hyrule Warriors was also shown off. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, which I'm really looking forward to because I'm big into Zelda lore. And this is going to finally give us some insight into the imprisoning war and show us that it was indeed a war and not just a single fight, which is what Tears of the Kingdom made it seem like. So that's going to be great. That's going to be, they said winter this year. November is when Age of Calamity released, or was it December? One of those, either way. End of the year. But, you know, I don't know. I feel like, okay, those announcements were good, but maybe they could have added 1 or 2 more new things. But I think, for me at least, what really harmed this direct was the pacing. They started off with a bang with Mario Kart, the C button, showing voice chat. And then we had like 30 minutes of filler. Like, oh my god. It was a Nintendo Direct. I was getting enough Nintendo out of it. For their biggest presentation since 2017, it felt a bit underwhelming. A lot of the third-party games that were also shown up literally launch on day one of the Switch 2, so I mean, I guess the launch day stacked. And we also got like that random-ass wheelchair game and the Nintendo Tour game, which, can you remind me again why those cost money? Especially the Nintendo Tour one, or whatever it's called. I don't even know the title. but that feels like a pack-in game. It's literally, it's making 1-2 Switch and ARMS look good. That's all I could say. But now going back to like the chat thing, which was shown off, wow, it looks exactly like Discord. It looks like a Discord voice call. And the screen sharing, like, you're seeing this? You seeing how choppy this looks? Yikes. Okay, so what exactly is the thing I'm concerned about? I'm just listing a few negatives, but nothing big. Well, the thing is, you know what other Nintendo console launched with a lot of third-party inclusions as part of their marketing, kind of, and it was a big sequel, and which is famous for not selling that well? The Wii U. I was getting so many Wii U vibes from this, and I'm scared. I'm just scared that this is gonna turn out like the Wii U did. Except the Wii U actually had a good pack-in title that wasn't basketball wheelchairs. We also got to see the Switch 2's UI, and it looks almost the exact same as the original Switch. We got no indication that themes are coming. There's literally the only thing new about this console, like really new in terms of it's gonna get people to actually want to buy this instead of small things like chat. Like no one's buying a Switch 2 for chat. The only, like one of the biggest things for the Switch 2's marketing right now is that it's a sequel to the Switch, it's more powerful. They basically did that exact same thing with the Wii U. They kind of did that with the GameCube, except it wasn't really marketed as a sequel, just more powerful. And you know what the Wii U and the GameCube had in common? They both didn't do that well. But will the Switch 2 do bad? I don't think so. And there's one reason why. Mario Kart World. Mario Kart sells like crazy. It's been selling like crazy, especially since 8 Deluxe is just a port of a 2014 Wii U game. And it's still one of the highest selling games of all time, a port. Like that is mad. That is insane. Not only are they going to make money by trying to sell Mario Kart right at launch, but they're selling it individually for $80 digitally, $90 physically. Nintendo, what the fuck? $80, $90 for Mario Kart. I mean, look, the game looks amazing. It looks great. I pre-ordered it as well, sure. Yep, I fell right into the trap. I'm a sucker for it. I know. But am I happy I spent that money? No, I'm not. Because it's absurd for a video game. I remember when everyone was crashing out about Tears of the Kingdom costing $70, and now we got Mario Kart 9. Mario Kart Worlds. Man, I still gotta get used to that kind of. Mario Kart Worlds costs $80 to $90. That's mad. But I think the reason they're doing that is because when the Switch will launch on June 5th, when the Switch 2 launches on June 5th, there's gonna be the regular edition for $450, and then the Mario Kart digital version, the bundle that comes with it digitally for $500. So I mean, Mario Kart has got a pretty big discount there, $80 digitally, and it's basically $50. So that's pretty good. But think about this. Now I don't think we mentioned the console price in this video so far, but $450. I mean, that's what most people were going off of, but it's crazy, man. Oh my god. Yo guys, future Crazytendo here. So I recorded this video last night, basically. And today it was revealed that the Switch 2 pre-orders are getting delayed in the US, and the price might go up. So, you know, I don't mention that anywhere else in this video, but just thought I'd let you know. This isn't really Nintendo's fault, but this is still the report saying it's going to cost up to $650. Like, holy moly. That's who's going to buy that? Like, no parent is going to buy a $650 console for their kids to play Mario Kart on, so. But oh well. Anyways, I'll give it back to my past self now. $450 is almost as much as a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. Oh, but it's portable. That's why it costs as much. Well, when the Switch came out in 2017, it had that wow factor of being a handheld home console hybrid gaming device. But now, there are PC handheld gaming devices, like the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, and stuff like that are a bit more expensive, like $600 I think, and they run games much better. Honestly, it's not that big of a surprise that they do, because they're targeted for PC games, which require more power. Which is another thing I don't get, is that all the third-party games they showed off, most of them, almost all of them, are games that already exist. They aren't new games, they're just games that are being ported over. And that's part of the Switch 2's marketing. I don't get it, because no one's gonna buy a Switch 2 to play PC games on the go, when they can buy a Steam Deck or an ROG Ally for a little bit more, and be able to play those on the go as well. You would buy the Switch 2, I guess, if it was a bit cheaper. If it was $400, and you were able to play Cyberpunk on the go for 400 instead of 450 or 500, whatever you buy, that's a deal. That's pretty good actually. Then I'd see it. But again, it seems like they're trying to compete, and we know that Nintendo just simply can't compete with anyone. They gotta keep doing their own thing, and that was one of the biggest problems that I was thinking of when ever since the concept of a Switch Pro, Switch 2 was that what's gonna make it different? When the Switch 2 was revealed in January, I was telling my family, my friends about it, and they're like, oh cool, why do you want to get this? And at the time, my answer was, yeah, it's a new Nintendo console. It's gonna have new games, but then they asked, is the price of a new console worth that much? And I was like, well, we'll wait and see. They're gonna show off more. They showed off Game Chat. They showed off Drag Drive. They showed off the Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour. My answer to them is, well, I can play Zelda in 4K now. Which is, again, my argument is about the power of the Switch 2. But you gotta remember, the Switch, Nintendo's audience is kids and families. I don't think a parent would want to dish out $450 for a console with Mario Kart for their little kid that probably doesn't care about the difference between Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart World, so why would they do that? I just don't see the hook. I just don't see the hook. I'm getting some serious Wii U vibes here. Like I said, I've already ordered the console. I'm still excited for it, 100%. I'm just worried that it's not going to be as well received as the Switch was, and that it's not doing enough to stand out. But anyways, well, that was my little rant about the Switch 2. If you guys made it this far, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. We're almost at 500 subs, and we're going to be making a ton of videos about the Switch 2. Because, I mean, well, we just had this freaking crazy direct. Even though there were a ton of third-party games, there were still quite a few first-party ones. Like I mentioned earlier, we got a Mario Kart video coming up, so be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get informed about that. But with all that being said, yo guys, Crazytendo here, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.